What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In today's video, we are jumping into Carnage issue number 4. Throughout this run, what we have seen is that Carnage has returned after traveling the universe, creating his all-red weapon, gaining powers, getting rid of all of his weaknesses. He is on the brink of godhood, and so returning to Earth, he decided he's gonna try to make his own church, to have people worship him, to praise his name, but it also comes with a message for him to fully become what he needs to be, to finally rid his past and become the new God Carnage. He must face the King in Black. He must kill Eddie Brock. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this, I do want to let it be known that this is kind of the prequel to everything that is going on with the Symbiosis Necrosis, the Venom Carnage crossover event that is 4 issues taking place right now, starting with Venom issue number 31. This story picks us up with Flash Thompson. Flash is one of the few individuals that believed Carnage had returned, and so he has been investigating himself. He has been tracking the clues, he has been trying to find him, and he found him, but it was all a trap. Walking into a room, a man's head explodes. Enraged, Flash rushes out of the building. He sees Cletus Cassidy, with Cletus going on to say that he is the one that called the cops with them on their way right now. Flash is trying to figure out what the heck he is up to. As the two of them begin to have a conversation, Cletus is really letting Flash know that me and you, we're a lot alike. At the end of the day, no matter how you cut it up, we're both murderers. But he really wants to know how Flash is alive, because Flash Thompson is dead and buried, wondering if this is a reconstruction made by the symbiotes. And if that were the case, why would the symbiote make you so pathetic? Why not remove the memories that torture you, of all the things that you have done? With all of his flaws, why would it make him whole again? After striking Cletus in the face, Cletus continuing to toy with him. This is when Flash recognizes the smell of lilies, the visitor pass on his chest. Cletus has been at the home of his mother. Without hesitation, Flash takes off. As he arrives here, he sees that his mother is in a very weakened state. There is radiation in her body that is melting her from the inside. And so he does the only thing that he can think of. He grabs hold of his mother and the symbiote starts to take over her body. He knows that this is part of Carnage's plan. He simply doesn't care. He will do whatever it takes to save her life. We soon learn that all of this, everything that Cletus is doing, is so that he can find out where Eddie Brock is. With the anti-venom cleaning her body, regenerating broken cells. This is something that should be easy, but Carnage chose his poison well. It takes everything that Flash is. This is weakening him. Whatever comes next, he knows it's gonna be brutal. His mother's life has been saved, but then he hears a scream. As Carnage throws a woman from the roof, anti-venom grabs hold. He saves her life. And that is when Carnage attacks. With Flash in such a weakened state, this is not any kind of fight. This doesn't mean that anti-venom doesn't fight back. He's simply too weak to do anything. But this is all part of Carnage's plan. You see, he needed him weak enough to where he's not going to do serious damage. But the longer that they touch, every single second that they fight, Carnage is gaining a little bit of power. He is evolving. He is becoming something new. With every single strike that Flash throws, the anti-venom becomes less effective. He is slowly building up a tolerance. The anti-venom is becoming a part of him. With the two of them intertwining, Carnage welcomes the anti-venom. He welcomes the symbiote. For a moment, they are the same. They are one. They are fighting control of the mass that they make, their minds merging, bonding. And in this, Carnage searches for the answers to his questions. Where is Eddie Brock? Where is Venom? And then he sees the image of Dylan. This is where he learns it. The other child. With Carnage saying enough, a loud boom and the two of them are separated. he has learned that Venom is with Dylan. Eddie let Venom bond with his son. Anti-Venom, going for one last Hail Mary pass, he grabs hold of Carnage. He tries to snuff the life out of him, but that is when Carnage places his hand on his chest, and we see the Anti-Venom symbiote disappear. Using the Dark Force, he encapsulates him, and while the powers are unknown to him, he's still learning them, but we can see that he can definitely use them. He has put Flash into the void, and in this moment, he has never felt more like a god. But with Venom bonded to Dylan Brock, he says that Dylan is going to pay for the sins of his father, and he hopes that going to Venom, will bring Eddie Brock. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Definitely a great little prequel to everything that is about to be going down. Everything going on between Venom, with Carnage, Meridius, Eddie Brock, the whole 9 yards. And we've already seen how the confrontation goes between Carnage and Dylan Brock. Dylan ends up getting stabbed. And we saw in Venom issue number 30, Carnage had told Eddie Brock that he killed his son. And by all accounts, it looks like that. The thing is, Dylan ended up going to the Unbeyond, meeting up with the Eventuality. Kind of the last stepping stone, the last place for the King in Black, being opposite of the Beyonders. Now the question is, why is Dylan here? Why has Dylan arrived at the Eventuality? Will he finally take on his form of Codex? Finally accept himself for who he is? Wielding all black, creating his own hive mind, cutting away others from Eddie Brock's hive mind. Now, Carnage was already told that the weapon to be used against Eddie Brock was going to be his own son. Could this be that? Could Carnage lure Dylan over to his side? Or at the very least, anger him enough to point him in the direction of Eddie Brock, and just hope that Dylan takes care of it. Either way, things are finally underway after all of these issues, all of this build-up. The war has begun. The conflict has just started. Has Carnage become powerful enough to take down Earth 616 King in Black Eddie Brock? Let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you want to get caught up on everything going on with this series, check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It'll get you completely caught up on everything going on with this series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you getting tons of perks in the process, but you are also helping out the channel tremendously. If you are unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.